American movie classics and our Planet of the Apes 30th anniversary marathon, where the apes go classic.
Good morning. I'm Kim Hunter. Welcome to AMC's 30th anniversary Planet of the Apes marathon. We're showing all 5 Planet of the Apes films, all day and all night. And we'll be introducing a brand new documentary produced especially for AMC called Behind the Planet of the Apes. I'll be sharing my hosting duties with 2 of my co-stars from Planet of the Apes, Charlton Heston and Roddy McDowall. The Planet of the Apes films were about a topsy-turvy universe in which apes were the intelligent rulers and the humans the ignorant beasts. So it's fitting that we start out our marathon in a kind of upside-down fashion as well. The movie we're going to see first, Battle for the Planet of the Apes, was actually the last entry in the series, at least so far. That doesn't mean, of course, that the world had seen the last of the apes. A TV series followed, then a cartoon series, and a seemingly endless stream of books, magazines, toys, and memorabilia of every kind. The Planet of the Apes films were a true phenomenon that has lasted for 30 years and shows no signs of ending. Here is Battle for the Planet of the Apes.
You're watching American movie classics and our Planet of the Apes 30th anniversary marathon, where the apes go classic. Stay tuned next for Conquest of the Planet of the Apes. Hurry, Zira, darling, it's about to start.
I'm coming.
The Apes Go Classic in September on AMC. Log on to the AMC website to find out all about our 30th anniversary Planet of the Apes marathon. We've got a special interview with Ape star Roddy McDowall, ape trivia, and updates on the ape events at zoos all over the country. www.amctv.com. Go classic with the apes. The Apes Go Classic on AMC. Roddy McDowall and Kim Hunter are back as the apes discover their beginnings in Escape from the Planet of the Apes. Today at noon Eastern, part of AMC's Planet of the Apes 30th anniversary marathon. The Apes Go Classic on AMC. The apes rebel and claim their destiny in Conquest of the Planet of the Apes. Coming up next on AMC's Planet of the Apes 30th anniversary marathon.
You're watching American movie classics and our Planet of the Apes 30th anniversary marathon, where the apes go classic.
Hello, I'm Kim Hunter. Welcome back to AMC's 30th anniversary Planet of the Apes marathon. All 5 Planet of the Apes films, all day and all night. I think one of the most remarkable things about the 5 Planet of the Apes films is the incredible makeup, designed by John Chambers. It's remarkable to look at, but little less than thrilling to wear. When I was being considered for a role in Planet of the Apes, I got a call from the casting office at 20th Century Fox. They asked only one question. "Miss Hunter, how tall are you?" I told them, and they hung up. Well, I must have been the right height, because I was offered the role of Dr. Zira. That was the easy part. In order for me to be transformed into an ape, I sometimes spent 4 or 5 hours in the makeup chair. It was incredibly claustrophobic, so much so that my doctor prescribed something to calm me down. Well, after a few weeks, I decided that I was accustomed to the process and could stop taking the tranquilizers. But I was wrong. On the first day, my makeup artist, Leo Lotito, said, either you start taking the pills again or you can find another makeup man. I guess I hadn't adjusted as well as I thought. It might have been tough, but that makeup was very effective. You'll see what I mean in the 4th entry in the series, Conquest of the Planet of the Apes. Hello, I'm Kim Hunter. Welcome back to AMC's 30th anniversary Planet of the Apes marathon. Every single Planet of the Apes film, all day and all night. The movie we're about to see, Escape from the Planet of the Apes, is both the middle and the end of the series. It was the third entry in the series, released in 1971. But for me, it was goodbye. My character, Dr. Zira, didn't appear in the final two films. I've always considered Planet of the Apes to be the best film in the series, but Escape from the Planet of the Apes is in some ways the most interesting, and certainly the most charming. In it, Zira, Cornelius, again played by Roddy McDowall, and a colleague portrayed by Sal Mineo, escape from the Holocaust that ends the previous film and find themselves in 1971 Los Angeles. There, the three intelligent apes become curiosities, celebrities, and finally, fugitives. As odd as it sounds, there was something like segregation on the set of this film. The humans and the apes definitely did not mix. I asked my friend, John Randolph, who plays the chairman, why he avoided me while I was in makeup. He said, underneath all that, Kim, I know it's you, but emotionally I can't accept it. I just can't figure out how to communicate with you. It was a very odd and unexpected element. But in a way, that is precisely the theme of this film, the fear of those who are different from ourselves. Here is a fine film and my ape swan song, Escape from the Planet of the Apes.
The Apes Go Classic on AMC. Don't miss Charlton Heston, Roddy McDowall, and Kim Hunter in the blockbuster movie that started it all, Planet of the Apes. Today at 3:30 and 8 Eastern, part of AMC's Planet of the Apes 30th Anniversary Marathon.
When the Planet of the Apes movies premiered, they warned against the horrors of nuclear war. 30 years later, they still impact us. Read why in the September issue of AMC Magazine.
The Apes Go Classic on AMC. The apes battle human mutants in the second of the series, Beneath the Planet of the Apes. Coming up next on AMC's Planet of the Apes 30th Anniversary Marathon.
Hello, I'm Kim Hunter. Welcome back to AMC's 30th Anniversary Planet of the Apes Marathon. We're enjoying all 5 Planet of the Apes films all day and all night. Planet of the Apes was such a huge hit in 1968 that we weren't very surprised to learn that there would be a sequel. We were concerned, of course, that another film might not capture that unique combination of fantasy, action, and satire, but luckily things turned out pretty well, as you will see in Beneath the Planet of the Apes. When I got the part of Dr. Zira in Planet of the Apes, I decided to do a little research into what a futuristic ape might be like. I started going out to the Bronx Zoo to observe a terrific chimpanzee. I watched the way he moved, the way he held his head, the way he reacted to things. It was quite fascinating and very helpful to me. However, the chimp didn't enjoy the process nearly as much as I did. He got very tired of me looking at him. I think he must have sighed with relief when I finally left for California to make the movie. Well, I learned how he felt soon enough, dressed in those fantastic costumes and completely transformed by John Chambers' ape makeup. I began to notice that visitors on the set would act as though we were really apes. They stared at us, poked us, treated as if we were in cages. It was terrible. I felt like going back to the Bronx Zoo and apologizing to my simian teacher. By the way, you'll notice some cast changes in Beneath the Planet of the Apes. TV star James Franciscus is the new human on the block. And this time, Cornelius is not played by Roddy McDowall, but by David Watson. However, Roddy returned in the next film and stayed around for the rest of the series. Here is Beneath the Planet of the Apes.
The Apes Go Classic on AMC. The costumes, the makeup, the magic. See how it all happened on the AMC original production, Behind the Planet of the Apes. Today at 5:30 Eastern, part of AMC's Planet of the Apes 30.
Hello, I'm Kim Hunter. Welcome back to AMC's 30th anniversary Planet of the Apes marathon. All 5 Planet of the Apes films, all day and all night. I made my last appearance as Dr. Zira in the film we're about to see, Escape from the Planet of the Apes. This one is both a science fiction adventure and a perceptive satire on the nature of celebrity and the sometimes deadly effects of fame. Roddy McDowall and I reprised our roles as Cornelius and Zira, those simian scientists, and we were joined this time by Sal Mineo, a long way from Rebel Without a Cause. The trio has escaped the Holocaust that ends the previous film and find themselves in Los Angeles, circa 1971. Naturally, these talking apes become curiosities, then celebrities, staying at the Beverly Wilshire Hotel and shopping at Giorgio's. Finally, they become fugitives, a turn of events that leads to a dark conclusion and sets up the plot of the next film in the series. There's plenty of action in Escape from the Planet of the Apes, but it's also the funniest and gentlest of the series. At its heart is a tender and tragic love story between Cornelius and Zira. I know you'll enjoy it. Here is Escape from the Planet of the Apes. Good evening. I'm Kim Hunter. Welcome back to AMC's 30th anniversary Planet of the Apes marathon. All 5 Planet of the Apes films, all day and all night. The next film in our Planet of the Apes marathon is Conquest of the Planet of the Apes, starring Don Murray, Natalie Trundy, Ricardo Montalban, and Roddy McDowall as Caesar, the leader of a slave revolt. Because Conquest of the Planet of the Apes was set on Earth in the future, 1991, it had to be filmed at a suitably futuristic location. They chose Century City, a brand new development of high-rise office buildings standing on what used to be part of the 20th century Fox back lot in Los Angeles. They also filmed on the campus of the University of California at Irvine. Several actors played in more than one Planet of the Apes film. I was in 3, Roddy McDowall in 4, Charlton Heston in 2, but Natalie Trundy found more variety in the series than anyone. She played a human in Escape from the Planet of the Apes and a mutant in Beneath the Planet of the Apes. In this one, she joins our side and plays an ape named Lisa. Natalie represents the whole evolutionary scale, all by herself. Enjoy Conquest of the Planet of the Apes. Hello, I'm Kim Hunter. Welcome back to AMC's 30th anniversary Planet of the Apes marathon. Our next film, Battle for the Planet of the Apes, was the 5th and last film in the series. You might have noticed that time is always shifting in the Planet of the Apes films. Some are set in the distant future, others in the present. This one takes place early in the 21st century, after a nuclear holocaust has, shall we say, restructured the natural order. Apes are in charge, while humans do the hard work. This, as you can imagine, causes a certain amount of friction, which leads to warfare between the species. The cast in this film is a movie buff's dream. Roddy McDowall makes his 4th appearance in the series, and he is joined by that great actor Lou Ayres of All Quiet on the Western Front, John Huston, the director of classics like Treasure of the Sierra Madre, and Paul Williams, the Oscar-winning songwriter of Evergreen, and We've Only Just Begun. There's another budding filmmaker in the cast, too. Future director John Landis has a small role. Here they all are, in battle for the planet of the apes.